Dear students, today we are going to do lesson 2 in paragraph writing. After that, lesson 3 and 4 on descriptive paragraph. My aim from giving you all these exercises is to help you avoid making mistakes, avoid repetitions, using the correct punctuation, using adverbs and also adjectives properly. And also be careful with the structure of the paragraph, as I will teach you in lesson 4. Now please follow the slides and take your pen, all of you, your handbooks, and write down the correct answers. Lesson 2, sentence structure. Sentences are formed of many constituents like adjectives, adverbs, etc. Regarding adjectives, they are used to describe people's features, states and feelings, or places and events. They might be used at the beginning, middle, or end of sentences, like in the sentences below. The house is large and tidy. The house is large but untidy. John is excited about his trip to Paris. Tired and bored, we decided to put an end to our mountaineering day. If you look at sentence 2, we have John is large, the house is large but untidy. Here we have two adjectives. One means positive thing and one a negative thing. This is why we have used that. As far as the sentence number 1 is concerned, we have large and tidy. They have the same sense, okay? So we use and when adjectives are both positive, for instance, and here when you have the contrast, we use that. Let's do the exercise. Examples with adjectives. John is tall and handsome. The house is spacious. The little girl is so clever. My new classmate is helpful. Nowadays, most schools have a modern architecture. Miss Universe is an extremely beautiful girl. It is dangerous to swim in a rough sea. She couldn't buy the expensive dress. This old sewing machine is too slow. The Beauty and the Beast is an imaginary tale. Adverbs. They can be of manner, frequency, place, or time, and used at the beginning, middle, or end also. See the examples below. I have an exam this afternoon. Today, we shall have our house painted. John is learning to speak Chinese very quickly. Every day he takes the train at 7 a.m. The students are sitting in front of the blackboard. Exercise 2. Sentences with adverbs. My train ticket is for 8:30 a.m. The students take the school bus every day. I go to the gym twice a week. The lazy students could hardly understand the lesson. The beggar is sitting in the street's corner. They frequently have their breakfast in that coffee shop. We practice jogging every Saturday morning. School begins in September, or schools in the plural. Schools begin in September. Every year, lovers celebrate Valentine's Day. We have an exam tomorrow. Stop the video and write down the correct answers. Regarding phrases, they are used to complete sentences and form also complex sentences sometimes. He is sitting. She didn't see me. I will surely help you. Get off the bus. I don't believe that. The party was a disaster. Probably he got absent-minded. It is the right way to do it. I was surprised by the mess. If we use these phrases to form complete sentences, we can have something as this. Right? So, he is sitting. We can add in front of the TV. This way we have changed the phrase into a complete sentence. She didn't see me when I waved to her. I will surely help you whenever you are in trouble. Get off the bus at the next stop. I don't believe that. She ate all the biscuits alone. The party was a disaster, so we decided to leave. He simply got absent-minded and didn't pick up the phone. It is the right way to do it. Just press the red button. I was surprised by the mess in John's office. Combining sentences with adjectives, adverbs, and phrases. What you have here are sentences I advise you never to use in English. Avoid repetitions like the ones we have in number 1. The traffic was noisy, the traffic was heavy, the traffic was too boring. This is not a correct sentence in English. The right way to say it is the traffic was noisy, heavy, and too boring. The same for number 2. The man was punctual, the man was friendly, the man was really sociable. The correct form is the man was punctual, friendly, and really sociable. Number 3. The team was too exhausted. The team decided to stop the match. The team decided to play another day. So the right way is too exhausted. The team decided to stop the match and play another way. Here we are starting with the adjective. Too exhausted, too tired, etc. Combine each group of sentences into one. It was a cool day. It was a windy day. It was a cloudy day. This is really, really awkward. The best way to write this sentence is it was a cool, windy, and cloudy day. The same thing for number 2. The beach was deserted, sandy, and large. Number 3. The man jogged slowly near the shore. The runner threw the wooden toy for the dog. Number 4. Number 5. Too angry, the racers stopped their Formula 1 cars and abandoned the race. Number 6. The match was well organized, highly professional, and really enjoyable. 7. The painting was strange, unclean, and too colorful. 8. The thief broke into the house, cut off the electricity, and stole the diamond ring. At every exercise, I want you to stop the video and write down the correct sentences. My aim from giving you all these sentences, exercises in lessons 1, 2, and 3 is to teach you that English is a language that requires from you to use certain correct structures. Avoid repetitions, use linking words, use adjectives, adverbs, so as to have a good English. Find similar examples where you have adjectives and adverbs as well as phrases combined together to give complete sentences. Number 1, the party was disorganized, noisy, and boring. Too upset, my brother immediately got off his class. The runners are getting tired, slow, and hopeless. You are right, they are useful paragraphs techniques. Give it to me, I will type it on the spot. The sea was calm, relaxing, and inspiring. The boy threw the round snack to his goal. It is over there in the second cupboard on the left. I want you to pay attention to the punctuation in English. So here in the first we have used comma. In the second, comma. Okay? Then semicolons in numbers 4 and 5. Punctuation is very important. Here we have like 2 sentences together. You are right, and they are useful paragraphs techniques. Give it to me, I will type it on the spot. So when you have like 2 sentences together, use the semicolon. Here we have the same thing, just the same person. Too upset, my brother immediately got off his class. Okay, the party was disorganized, noisy, and boring. It's the same subject, the party. So here, commas, and here, semicolon. And full stops at the end. Of course, capital letter with all the words, with all the letters beginning the sentences. Like T here for V capitalized, T capitalized, U, G, and I capitalized also. The same thing for the pronoun I. I here in number 5. I must be capitalized in English. Be careful. Don't write it in small letters. I is often capitalized. Combining sentences by using conjunctions as well as connecting words. These are very important in English. For instance, in number 1, you have a choice between two things. Instead of repeating, did you go to Tangiers by car? Did you go by plane? You can just say, did you go to Tangiers by car or by plane? The same thing as number 2. Instead of saying the house was spacious, it was untidy, because it replaces the house and it is still a repetition. You don't need both. So you can say, her house was spacious but untidy. Here we have two adjectives that are in opposition. One means something positive and one another negative. I came in, he was leaving. Two actions at the same time. So as I came in, he was leaving. In number 6, we have sentences that we must link using the given connecting words and conjunctions, although, and, but, even if, as, etc. So please read the sentences one by one and see how they have been correctly linked. Although he is a famous star, he is modest. You can say, he is modest, although he is a famous star. If it is used in the middle, you don't need a comma. But if although used at the beginning, you need a comma. I like tea, I like coffee. This is not a correct sentence in English. You must say, I like tea and coffee. Please stop the video and correct the sentences. Here we have tried to find examples using, again, but, and, even if, even though, in spite of, in case, etc. Please stop the video and write down the correct sentences. There are other ways to combine sentences by appositives. What are appositives? You can see in red here the appositive. It is an additional information which is used at the beginning of a sentence linked with two commas, one before and one after. This sentence can simply be, Jacqueline flew many types of planes. But the appositive here is the additional information, a famous pilot. The same thing for number 2. Karen, the girl sitting behind me in class, is wearing a green shirt. You can simply say Karen is wearing a green shirt. But the appositive here in the middle gives extra information. This is a very good way to write sentences in English. But remember, there must be a comma after and a comma before the appositive. I have here some examples in exercise 8. So we have some sentences in this exercise which we have linked correctly using appositives. Please stop the video and write down the answers. The same thing here, the same exercise. We have sentences where you have important information added between two commas in the middle of the sentence. Examples of prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrases are the ones that have prepositions like with, up, through in these sentences. The cupcake with sprinkles is yours. The cupcake with colorful sprinkles is yours. We climbed up the hill. We climbed up the very steep hill. The rabbits hopped through the garden. Hopped means jumped. The rabbit hopped through the perfectly manicured garden. In this exercise, you are going to choose the right answer to have prepositional phrases. For instance, there are lots of birds nesting. The correct answer is under the leaves. After school, the children play tag at the park. Come in to the store with me. Please stop it for a while. Okay, copy the answers. After that, you move to the rest. The chair sat moldering in the attic, so for 100 years. I gave the children pizza instead of pancakes for breakfast today. I have been waiting for you for ages. It means for a long time. You are so late. So this is all for lesson 2. Okay, please, whenever you reach an exercise, stop the video and write down the answers. This is all for lesson 2. Okay, see you later with lesson 3.